Hello, it is Josephine Saucier here, and I want to share with you what's happening in the current eclipse season, which starts in less than an hour. So 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 17th of September. And we have the first lunar eclipse in Pisces since February 2017. And this kicks off a Pisces Virgo new cycle of eclipses, which runs for a year and a half. And they repeat every 9.5 years or so. So eclipses are often symbolized by the dragon and the serpent energy as it winds its way round back, covering the themes that we need to deal with karmically, in this lifetime and what we must transform. And being a full moon today, it's asking us, what baggage do we need to let go of? As in every full moon that we have, but eclipses are potent and powerful. What are we letting go over the next 2 weeks? The sun at the moment is trine to Pluto and Neptune, and Uranus to the moon and Neptune forms a kite. It's very strong on the astrology. There's plenty of videos on YouTube explaining more of the energies at play. I just want to give you a highlight. So being the Piscean energy, it's the very watery, and it's of dreams, of imagination and intuition. And it's all lined up to be this massive upsurgence of awakening at this time. It's like we are getting ready. The alarm bells are ringing. I'm hearing them loud and clear. Are you? I'd love to know. So we have the Pisces and the Neptune and the moon, all watery, emotional, intuitive energies at play. And this is the energy to allow multidimensional experiences to come in. So we can go out in the realms, play out there in the ethers, and then bring it back and embody in here, in our hearts, in our bodies. I was guided on Monday to do 2 weeks of deep multidimensional work. It's a while since I committed to doing it every day, twice daily for this work. And then I looked at a video on the eclipse season that's telling us just that. It's like, okay, the double whammy of synchronicities. And I hope that this is another synchronous sign for you to remind you that we are to play out in the realms and bring that power back down into our bodies here, because that is what innate power is switched on by. That's ultimately what we're here to experience. So using your meditation time wisely at the moment to open up to the realms and to play and envisage and switch on your imagination. And I'm really feeling the call to do so. Now, we are moving towards major planetary conjunctions over the next 18 months. And when the alignment happens in February 2026, it will be in the 0 degrees of Aries. Okay, so we're in this Piscean pre-runner before we come to Aries at the start of a zodiacal cycle, and which is a sign, a space, a place for new beginnings for all of us, and realizing that the seen and the unseen are the same. And that's what the ancient Egyptians knew. And again, I am being prompted deeply to explore this area more. So starting with the Pisces eclipse right now, we're being prepared for that conjunction. In the second eclipse of the 2 weeks that we go through at new moon on October the 2nd, it's near black moon Lilith, which you can find in your natal chart with a square to Mars. And Mars is also square to Chiron, which is what we're here to heal and to work with our wounds. What have we got to work our way through to become the teacher in, right? And using the multidimensional energy to clear, what's coming up right now and how can we work with it? And the Saturn energy is really strong right now. And that's about our structures, our disciplines, what are our tram lines in which that we work, and asking what legacy we are considering building, because we've got to get those wheels in motion along the tram lines to your destiny. Really got to get them going. And in April 2025, so about 8 months or so, 6 months, 7 months, the North Node conjunct with Saturn and Venus, right? And so right now we are being guided to that future and our highest destiny, to bring in that multidimensional realms and highly valuing ourselves, okay? Now this is all literally written in the stars. These are the planetary alignments. This is when we, understand astrology. And I'm not an astrologer, but I understand enough to go by the guidance of what's coming up, right? we can use that energy, using the cosmic energies. It's like understanding the weather forecast. What's coming up? Who do I need to be to wear the weather well? And that's what it's about. So when we prepare for it, we can receive huge gifts. So I really hope that you are moving more into your own leadership at this time. You know, if you're in my space and you know me for a reason, for however much we've done with you, or you've hardly ever heard me, but you signed up at some point some time ago, it doesn't matter. We've got a connection of some sort, and whether it be to me or to another spiritual leader out there, you are being nudged to step into your own leadership at this time and to move out of fear into who you truly came to be. It's time. So I had a look at my own charts and what has unfolded in the previous Pisces Virgo cycles. Well, I was born within a Pisces Virgo cycle, and the 9.5 years later, it was the first time of separation for me. 9.5 years after that, my mother died. 9.5 years after that, my aunt died, who I lived with after my mother died. Then it was, what else happened in the next one? It was, the next one. I got engaged and got married. Yeah. And then it was a massive change in my direction of my business. So there has been real cycles of birth, death, rebirth, separation for me through the Pisces Virgo cycles. And I'm feeling that this is time for a new rebirth to, bring forward Josephine 2.0, if you like. I know since I wrote my books 4 years ago now, 2020, The Alchemist's Awakening, that when I outlined in there, the cosmic rollout plan and the legacy leaders must be ready. And then it sort of went on pause. It's like the collective's not ready to move ahead. And there's been so much fear, and there is still so much turmoil in the world. But it requires you and leaders like you and me to step up, step forward, come forward fiercely, and anchor in a higher energy and vibration, that we can be these anchors of frequency to help others move forward. And that's what the collective is waiting for. That's what your soul contract is waiting for. And so to that end, I've birthed this new body of work, Ancient Future Awakening. It's time to just bring that forward. And I've just had 4 months in England, some of you might know, and I've written a book about my journey, which I'm still editing, and that will come together. So it feels like I need to finish off in the power month of 9 in September, 9, the culmination of all the other energies in our power year of 8, to get the book completed and offer that to you when the time's right. So that's like the cycle I've been through. But I am planting the seeds, ready for the new beginnings in months 1, 2, and 3, October, November, December, ahead of the universal year of 9 in 2025, right? That year of completion, a year of completing the soul contracts you came here to do. Okay, before we move into a universal year of 1 in 2026, which is when I said that Aries is starting again. I mean, it just coming together with the synchronicities and alignments and all of that. So I also looked in my chart when I mentioned what was happening October the 2nd with Black Moon Lilith. Well, for me, it's in gate 29.1, which is about leadership. How can I lead authentically, right? And my Mars is the gate 56 of enrichment. It's also my life path, enrichment and intoxication from life. And my Chiron is in the gate of 21. It's all about healing. And it's healing my authority and valor. So when I combine those sentences of what the eclipse season is leading to on October the 2nd, it's about healing my authority, my valor and leadership through that passion and focus of Mars for an enriched life. Now, that kind of sums up perfectly where I'm heading, how I'm feeling, and what I'm bringing forward. Now, if it interests you to find out what your sequence is of Lilith, Mars, and Chiron at this time, by all means, drop me a note, reply to the email, or contact me through my web form, or DM me if you know me, and we'll take it from there. I'll get your birth data and we can work that out. So you can have a power sentence to work with that you're moving towards for the next 2 weeks. Also, I would love to share with you where I am going with Ancient Future Awakening. And I have made a separate video all about that, describing the power of the work and what I'm really called for and why you're being asked to hear the alarm bell of your own soul. If you want to see what that's about and read a little bit more about it and just see if the resonance is in there, again, drop me an email, let me know, and I'll send you the page where you can have a read and watch of the video and just see how it lands. I don't need your email address. You're not signing up to any list or anything. Just respond to me so I can send that to you. So I know that you are, we're spelling it out. We're putting a marker up. We're putting our hand up, just giving the universe a signal. Yes, I might be ready to hear my call, right? Because the planets are pointing you in this direction. It is there. We are in it. We have less than 30 minutes as I speak until eclipse season starts. So I really encourage you to hone and harness this energy. It's like giddy up time on your horse to your destiny. The picture I have of valor and authority is the knight in shining armor. What are we here for to serve? Without being a martyr to the cause, but to serve what we really came for. So as I say, if you'd like the phrase to work for your personal one, drop me an email and or what the Ancient Future Awakening, what that looks like, to do one-on-one work with me and a container and a collaboration of like-minded people, like soul people, soul fractal family coming together, then it costs you nothing just to drop me a note and I'll send you the information. So I really hope this has inspired you to take a lead with your own destiny once again. It is time. We must be the forerunners to prep our own energy before the masses. If you came here to be a legacy leader, a change maker, a disruptor, then hear the call. I've heard it. I've already got some people on board with this, and I am hugely resonant with it. Because these people are hungry to merge with their soul truth again, just as I am. And I hope that you are too. So drop me a note and we'll take it from there. Until next time.